Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. In Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, the JP version, let's look at the bonus battles for the story mode of the Dark Visions content. That's come around for the 4th anniversary. And then we'll be looking at my clears of Fenrir and Alexander. These are the two quests that I think that are the most worth beating after Shiva. First, here is Fina. She will be my damage dealer and healer. She's kind of like a 2-in-1 character, so I thought I'd try her out in here and see how she plays. And I'm giving as much ice and dark resistance as I can to everyone. And then a Shadow will be my evade provoker. Still love him. He's good as a 6-star. I imagine he's even better as a 7-star. I gave him the Genji shield to protect from instant KO. My breakers will be Fina and Lid. They're also kind of a sub-healer. My other damage dealer will be Sol. This is the new Diablos Sol version. Next is Nicole. He'll be here to raise the ice and dark resistance of my team. And then, as a friend, one of the missions is that you need to bring the free version of Madame, so I'm bringing her as well. But I built the team so that I don't have to really rely on her in any way. Okay, but first let's provoke with Shadow. Then with Nicole we'll give the double elemental resistance. Okay, with Fina let's do the 10-turn cooldown skill. That will break the boss and then give all of my guys re-raise. Okay, then Fina will dual cast the light flare. Light damage is going to do better damage here. Sol, unfortunately, he does not have the light element attack, so we'll just do fire. But they have the same frames, the Lizard frames, so maybe we can just get a regular chain in there. Yeah, so just regular chain, no element chain, but still, that's a little bit more damage. And then with Madame, I'm going to learn her skill set right here and now. But she has some interesting things. She can imperil fire or wind. She has a lot of kind of self-supporting stuff. But she doesn't have a lot of support stuff for your entire team. Okay, boss hits us all with a dark attack. It seems like it's a gravity attack though. Because it doesn't kill anybody. And then Fenrir self-buffs, so we do want to dispel that. Sharp Kick is one of my more favorite skills, because you can also target your own teammates if you want to get rid of debuffs and stuff. Okay, so we got rid of the self-buff. With Fina and Lid, we will again break the boss's attack and magic. Nothing much that Shadow needs to do. He can be kind of support. He can use items on guys if I need to. But we're just going to block with him. I should have given him Confuse Resistance. We'll see that come into play pretty soon. And then with Fina, let's cure everybody. We'll use Curaja. And then we'll use Liber on the boss, why not? Okay, then Madame, she will dual cast her fire chaining skill. And then we'll do the fire lizard chain with Sol. They don't have the same frames at all, but maybe we can try to do kind of a janky chain. And then Sol has a triple cast on demand, so might as well cast that here. Okay, a little bit of a janky chain, but still, 10% damage on the boss is not bad. Okay, so the solo physical attacks will go towards Shadow. He will dodge those. He will be confused, however. And then even if with Fina I use the Esunaga, Shadow will have used his action for the turn already, so trying to keep the provoke up might be tricky. And then the Fina Bahamut that I have here, if she uses the Light Flare, she'll unlock the Mega Light Flare the next turn. She took a turn off because she was healing and stuff, but I'll keep that in mind for later. Okay, and pretty good chain there. Although Madam might have broken that chain towards the end, so I'll leave her out of it in the future. And I can't remember if Sol Diablos has like a Guts ability. I think he does, so that's why he went to 1 HP instead of being KO'd. So Fina again will act as a healer. We'll heal my guys. We'll use Esunaga as well, get rid of the confusion on Shadow. We will sharp kick again with Nicole. Re-break with Lid and Fina. And Sol again will triple cast his Fire Lizard Chain. Alright, another janky chain maybe here. Oh, up to 13 hits. That's pretty good actually. Okay, fair damage considering there's no element chain there. Okay, then here let's use the Mega Light Flare. And this should do in the boss. Oh, 1% left. Alright, we'll just do this random attack. And there he goes. Okay, so that was Fenrir. Alright, so all missions clear there. Nobody went down, and I didn't use any items, so that's very cool. And if we go to the crafting screen, I can upgrade this gun. It'll go to 148 attack. This is a one-handed gun. And then it also improves stats when used with Fenrir. So yeah, I think that's my best one-handed gun at the moment. Okay, next, let's look at my clear of Alexander. And I was very reluctant to try this because I don't have any manufactured nethicite, and I didn't feel like using Celes. But I decided to just go in with like a kind of a strong, tanky party, lots of light resistance, and see if I could get through it. It was much easier than I was expecting, so I'm wondering if this version of Alexander does not quite act the same as the 3-star version. But anyway, Fina, she is here to be my Dark Chainer and then Healer. And then my Provoke Tank is going to be Charlotte. I gave her Evade and Light Resistance. Fina and Lid will be my Breakers. And then Sol again will chain. This time they'll be able to chain the Dark Element, so they'll get the Element Chain. And then Quina is here for Dispel and then Mighty Guard. Mighty Guard is one of my favoriteest abilities in all of the Final Fantasy games. It's a reoccurring ability. And I was hoping that, yeah, that damage reduction would help me out. And then to fulfill the mission, we need to bring the new version of Charlotte. And then she'll be my magic tank. And then she has like 170 light resistance, so she'll be pretty good at that. Every 3 turns, the boss is going to hit us with the Dispelga, so that'll get rid of re-raises and damage mitigations and all that stuff, so got to be careful on that 3rd turn. But first turn, at least, we can chain with my 2 dark damage dealers. And then I also know that there is a mechanic where the boss has like certain type of mitigations, and then it gets weaker as you use more limit breaks on it or cast more dark magic spells on it. I'm still not quite sure how it works. I know you have to do it every like second and third turn, and then the third turn, like the new mitigation will be put up or something, and then there's like a way to disable the Dispelga, but I don't know. The boss does the Dispelga every 3 turns here, no matter what I do, but then there's only the single type of mitigation which just wears off after 5 turns. So yeah, basically I'm just trying to survive the first 5 turns, and then I can do damage after that, and then there's no more mitigation, but there continues to be Dispelga every 3 turns, so I don't know what's going on. Alright, so we'll cover magic with the new Charlotte, there she goes, and then provoke on my own Charlotte. And then she has lots of light resistance and the evade, so yeah, I got through that first turn no problem. Maybe also helped by the Mighty Guard from Quina. There's also no HP barriers on the boss here. Usually you want to dispel that, so yeah, I tried the dispel there. I thought it would get rid of the damage mitigation and the HP barrier, but mitigation stays and there's never any HP barrier to start, so at this point I'm kind of thinking maybe this boss acts differently from the regular one. But we'll keep on using the Dark Chains with Fina and Sol. And again, just like with Fenrir, using the Shadow Flare will unlock the Mega Shadow Flare the next turn. So yeah, there's the damage mitigation, but still 2%, you know, that's something. And then Lid and Fina will try to break the attack and magic of the boss every turn. And then once the 2 Charlottes have their provoke or their magic cover up, then they can cast their MP refill stuff. That'll also improve the rate of the limit break gauge. I haven't beaten the 2-star version, I think it is, of, or the 3-star version of Alexander yet in the world, so I need to get on that. But after beating Fenrir, I went through the world and then I beat Fenrir with that same team. Finally unlocked him. I don't know if this team is going to work though in the actual Alexander though. I'll have to try that out. Alright, Charlotte looking very cool with her limit break animation. But yeah, that's about it. We were able to take the attacks, it looks like. So let's speed up to when the mitigation finally goes down. Okay, turn 7, the mitigation is gone. And then now that I think about it, that big ol' cannon, that is the last attack that Alexander usually hits you with, it's not present in this fight. So yeah, I am thinking that this is an easier version of the world Alexander. But with the mitigation gone, we'll do the chaining again with my 2 chainers. And then all of my other guys, they'll just keep doing the same stuff. And then looks like the boss has the Dark Imperil as well. Okay, and then I think about 20% damage there, so good. We'll just have to keep up this pattern, and then we'll eventually get the boss down. Okay, turn 11. This should be the last turn. And then some attacks are getting through both the provoke and the magic cover. So yeah, it's good that I raised the light resistance on everybody. And then actually Charlotte does have a kind of a added light resistance effect that she can give to my guys, but I ended up not needing it, so... Yeah, if I had known the fight was this doable, I would have done it sooner. I think of the 4 new characters in this 4th anniversary like Esper team-up units, I think Charlotte Alexander is the most attractive, but I don't really need her. I have the magic and the provoke tank and Charlotte herself, and then physical tank I can use Bosch for now. But yeah, that'll do it for that boss. Okay, all missions clear here too. Nobody went down, and then I didn't use any items, so that's fine. And then we can craft this new shield. Heavy shield, 74 defense and spirit, that's pretty good. And then, let's see, light and one other element. Might have been wind, resistance 30% up. And then greater stats when combined with Alexander, so that's pretty great. Okay, so those are my clears of Fenrir and Alexander. These will be up until Friday, so there's a few days left if you have not done that yet. Okay, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again. Take care.